Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks. Now, today we're going to talk about if you have a property, how do you find the right tenant for your property? Now, let's say you have a property and you did the refurb and now it's ready to be rented. So you need to find a tenant. But how do you find the right tenant for your right property? Well, it's a good question and I'm going to answer it in a few short tips. Now, first of all you need to do is to market your property. Where do you market it? Well, it depends. There are so many platforms. There is Gumtree, there is Facebook Marketplace, but the main platforms for landlords are Rightmove, Zoopla, and all the big platforms where you can reach a wider audience. Posting an advert on Rightmove or Zoopla might be quite costly, but OpenRent is a good one. So if you're looking only for buy-to-let, OpenRent is a very good platform where you pay whatever you have to pay for your advert, and then it will be advertised on all the major platforms, including Rightmove, Zoopla, Gumtree, and OpenRent. Now, if you have, however, an HMO, then that's another matter because you don't need to rent the whole property, but you need to rent it room by room. So for that, there is another website called sparerooms.co.uk, and you can rent it room by room, and that's how you rent rooms to tenants. Now, let's say you manage to advertise it. The next step is to vet the tenants, right? So what you can do, you can set an automated reply on your platform and say, for example, thank you for your interest in this property. Can I ask you a few questions about yourself? And then you can ask a few questions that switch your criteria for finding the tenants. Now, be careful. Don't be too discriminating because that is against the law. You need to ask questions not about nationalities or age or anything that is discriminatory. You need to ask questions mostly, for example, when they want to move in, or if they smoke, or what kind of job they have. So things like that. But when you do the vetting through a third-party agency to see their referencing checks, one thing you need to consider, not everybody has history of renting in the UK, which means that the people that just arrived to the UK, then they might not have a landlord reference, they might not have bank accounts to show you their credit history in the UK, but that doesn't mean they're not good tenants, okay? So always be careful to interpret the results of the credit checks, okay? You need to put a little bit of personal judgment there, common sense. On another note as well, people that have good credit, that doesn't mean they're great tenants. Once you have all this information from the automated reply, then it's much easier for you to start vetting and to start screening the tenants you want to arrange the viewing, because most of them, they will ask you for a viewing, and you, of course, if you have 30, 40, 50 viewing requests, you cannot possibly do all 50 viewings. So how to arrange the viewing? Well, once you screen your tenants, then you can decide those 5 or 6 people that suit your criteria for that specific property. I'll explain in a second what I mean by that. And then you can do either a one-by-one viewing or a block viewing. Now, when I say a specific tenant for a specific property, I mean, for example, if a property is a one-bedroom flat and there is a family of 7, asking for a viewing, obviously that is a bit too crowded, it's too small for that particular property. Or, for example, what we do generally, if we have a first floor apartment compared to a ground floor, we prefer to put the families with kids in the ground floor rather than in the first floor because of the noise, So you always want to keep your neighbors as well happy because, they are part of your business as well. You need to ideally put the right people in the right place. So once you have all this information, you can arrange the viewing, and then you can decide on the day which person or family suits your criteria and your behavior as well, your preferences. Obviously, it's a people business all the time, so sometimes it's not about credit score or landlord reference, it's about people. Just see how you feel by meeting these people, by speaking to them and understanding what they need, because at the end of the day, it's their house. They're going to live in the house. Don't be too strict. Like, you can't put pictures on the wall, you can't decorate like this. I leave liberty to my tenants because it's their house, their home, and I want them to feel at home every single day and not being like with the fear of the landlord. Obviously, there are so many bad landlords there and bad landladies. Please do not be one of them. Please always understand that your business it's alive because you have people around you. People around you could be members of your team, could be your tenant, could be your tradesman, could be anybody. They always grow your business and you grow their business too. So remember, it's a win-win solutions. You always need to work together and not be the greedy person, because we have enough of those and we don't need any more. I hope this content has been useful. If you have any other questions, comment below and I'll answer in the next video, and subscribe. Do not forget about this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.